everybody. Welcome to the Geriatric Millennials. I'm Beth.
And I'm Jayme.
And we're just two oldish, youngish ladies reliving some glory days today. Yes, we are doing a flashback edition. We're taking a trip down nostalgia. We're going back to the 80s, specifically 1984. And I'm very excited.
Yeah, we were very young in 1984.
We were young.
I mean, I turned 4 midway through that year.
Yes. And I turned 4 at the very end of the year.
Yes, which you like to
always say.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was but I have to say, so I pulled a bunch of data points of like movies and pop culture and stuff. I got the information. I made a list, but I did not do any research. So whatever comes out is just our memories. We're using our memories to
I have to shake
think
my
back.
head. Okay.
Yeah. The only rule is that when we get to songs, you're not allowed to sing them because we do not want a copyright strike.
Right,
yes.
right. Okay.
So
I have to remember that.
Yes.
Okay, so I have an iPad in front of me and I'm going to gently scroll through.
Yes.
Flashback. 1984. Songs. When Doves Cry by Prince.
Yes.
Well, I can't recall what this sounds like, and you can't sing it for me. I don't think I know it. What?
You don't know
this
this
too
song?
young.
Okay, but this is like this classic Prince song. I think it's off it was in the Purple Rain movie, which you've never seen Purple Rain.
No,
it is amazing.
I don't think I have.
It is not appropriate for children, but
should I put it on my list?
I'll put it on your list, and I think you need to watch it with Tony.
Oh,
I think he would like it too if he hasn't.
Is
and
it
he's
sad?
probably seen it.
He'll like it if it
moments.
is.
It's
this going to be Heather's for me?
No.
Am I going to watch it and be like,
it's 80s, but it's different, but it's just classic Prince. So it's fine.
Okay, movies, 16 Candles. I'm pretty sure I did see this one, but I don't remember it.
Okay. Oh my gosh. It's
I know.
like a classic.
I know, but my memories,
I know.
It's not great.
So it's about the girl, I think her name is Sam or Samantha, and she's like has a crush on Jake Ryan, and it's her 16th birthday, and her family forgets. And it's all about that. Her sister's getting married.
Maybe I haven't seen it. Is that Rob Lowe?
It is not. I can't remember the guy's name, but I want to just state, if you try to watch this movie now, it does not hold up because there's a lot of like racism, there's a lot of sexism, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't hold up to today's standard. I mean, it should have not held up in the 80s standard, but it was common. But it's a classic. It was like my best friend's favorite movie growing up. So I watched it a ton of times. But it's not my favorite of the genre, like because it's Breakfast Club, this one, St. Elmo's Fire, Pretty in Pink. I think my favorite of like the Molly Ringwalds were Breakfast Club.
Okay. So this came out in 1984.
Yes, these are all movies.
Okay. Toys. Oh my goodness. Care Bears.
Oh my gosh.
I like how you spelled bear.
Did I spell it wrong? Probably.
Yeah. B-A-R-E.
You know what? We like to bear it all here.
But they're so
cute.
Okay, so my daughter's name is Karis.
Mm-hmm.
And my nickname for her, one of them, I have a lot, but one of them is Care Bear. And she has a collection of Care Bears because they've kind of come back.
Yeah, they have.
And she has a few different t-shirts that have Care Bears. I think they are so cute.
Did you ever see the Care Bear movie?
I think I probably did.
Yeah, that movie really hit home to me. Like, I don't know why, but even thinking about it now makes me want to cry a little bit.
Is it a sad movie?
There's some sad moments in it. And I don't know if I think there might be 2 of them. I can't remember. But one of the movies, it just takes you through all the emotions because, like, I don't know why. I just remember, like, maybe the Care Bears, like, some of them were going bad or some darkness was taking over them or something. Anyway, I just used to love, like, the Care Bear stare. Was that it? Where they'd like put their hands on their hips and their little tummies would glow and like send a beam of whatever their thing was.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I loved it.
Did the movie come out before the toy or?
I don't know. I don't know if it was chicken or the egg, but I know they're all out at the same time. I also know too, I still have a Care Bear figurine somewhere in my stash of stuff from when I was a kid, and I need to find it now because I'm like, that needs to go on my like bookcase.
I think they I don't want to say upgraded.
They did.
They changed the way the bears look. Their faces. Their faces look different.
They're more cutesy now, I think.
Yeah,
and I'm like, no, I want the 80s style.
Yeah.
Harsh, weathered.
Heartthrobs. Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes.
Dirty Dancing. I don't know what year that was.
87.
Okay.
I only know because we did one of these before on it. I'm pretty sure it's 87. He was everything. Very attractive. There's a lot of his movies that I like.
I just saw something recently I think it was just yesterday. It was a reel and it was this group. It was a dance class and they all as a group did his dance that he does in Dirty Dancing when
he jumps off the stage one.
And I think it's when, I don't even know what part of the movie. I don't want to try and remember that specifically because I don't know, but it was definitely from that movie and they're all as a group doing it and it is so fun to watch.
I love it. I did that for my senior year, like homecoming skits, like the senior class, a bunch of us got together and we did a Dirty Dancing montage.
Oh, how fun is that?
It was super cute. Yeah.
My husband and I were them for Halloween last year.
Right. That was such a good that was a great costume.
We need to have a conversation about what my costume is going to be this year.
True.
I need some ideas.
Yes.
So we'll come back to that. Pop culture moment, Michael Jackson, Pepsi commercial, hair fire.
Do you remember this?
What?
Yes.
No.
So again, this is my old brain remembering it. Basically, he was shooting a commercial for Pepsi and some pyro electronic type of things. That's not the right. What are they called? Pyro
sparks?
Sure,
I don't know.
There's sparks went off or something, and I think one fell into his hair, and he had like kind of like a jerry curl or something, and he caught on fire, and so it was like a huge deal, and it like I think it permanently damaged
burn his head.
I think it did permanently like damage something, but that's all I can remember. I just remember as a kid like seeing
That's
the footage
horrible.
on, growing up on like 80s pop moments type of thing.
Oh my gosh. Who knew it was so hazardous?
Yeah, I don't know.
To film a commercial.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. Movies, The Muppets Take Manhattan. The Muppets were big in the 80s.
They were so big in the 80s, which I remember loving this movie and I have fond memories of loving this movie, but I don't remember anything about this movie other than the fact that like Miss Piggy, who was my favorite. And so when I was growing up, I was called Miss Piggy and I called my uncle Kermit because I loved him so much. And he actually bought me a Miss Piggy doll from KB Toys when he was visiting, when he was like, I don't know, 20 and in the army. And I was like 5. Anyway, so I was always called him my Kermit. And I just remember in the movie that Miss Piggy is walking through Central Park and somebody like steals her purse and she like goes after the guy so hardcore and eventually steals somebody's roller skates, I think, and is like roller skating down the park. And I just remember like loving it so much. Like that's the only memory I have from that movie. But and that they're singing rats in a diner. Like it was very Ratatouille,
But it was so funny.
It's a really good one.
Okay, I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Shocker. Okay, songs, Footloose, Kenny Loggins. How could I not know this one?
Yeah.
For sure.
So good. And the movie, because the movie came out that year too. So it's just
so good. Oh my gosh.
That's such a classic.
They did a remake of it. It was not as good.
No, it didn't have the same spirit.
No.
But Kevin Bacon and Footloose and the guy that dances with him, his friend that's like the country boy, when he's doing his dance and stuff, I just had the biggest crush on him.
I need to rewatch this.
It's so good.
Part of why I loved this movie so much was because the Mennonite community that I lived in growing up was very conservative and thought dancing was a sin and was like it was very much like the setting of the movie.
So you're like, I'm with my people and I need to dance, which we know now you love to do.
100%. Heartthrobs Rob Lowe. That's why I wondered if he was in that 16 Candles movie. But it wasn't him. But anyway, he's such a cutie.
Yeah.
Isn't he still acting?
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Wow, what a career. That's a
long time. That's a long time to be a heartthrob. Yes.
Oh, his blue eyes. His blue eyes. Okay, TV shows. Murder, She Wrote. That's a good show.
It's such a good show. Like I forgot how much I liked that show for my background show, like of just like working or like sleeping or whatever. But now I really respect this woman. The older I get, the more I relate to like Angela Lansbury and, the Golden Girls and, Well,
the fact that she's the main character and she is a little bit of an older woman
is great.
Thank you. It's great.
I love seeing it. And she's just doing her own thing. There's been some spoofs on TikTok recently because like the opening credits is her like going through her life, like riding her bike and just doing all this stuff. And so there's people that have been recreating that in their own towns. Like I think it's mainly been like young, well, I won't say young, millennial men and stuff doing it. So I don't know. That's kind of fun.
That is so funny. Oh, here's another toy. Cabbage Patch Dolls.
Did you have one?
I think I did.
Okay.
Yeah. Didn't you get some kind of adoption certificate or something with them?
Yep. I still have
And they have, they're not really well made. They're
kind of weird because
they're very weird. Their feet and their hands are very weird.
Well, and it's like such a hard plastic head with a soft body is interesting.
Yes, and their hair, their yarn hair, it's
hard.
not great. I mean, nothing about the doll itself is like, in my opinion, was like, oh, wow, what an amazing doll. But for some reason, they were so popular.
Off. There's like classic footage of like parents fighting over the Cabbage Patch Kid dolls at Christmas time that you can still see on YouTube from the 80s. And I just remember there's a guy, like the store manager has a baseball bat and he jumps on something and is like screaming at the parents to calm down because they're getting so rowdy over these
He's
dolls.
going to beat them with the
I don't know what his plan was, but he was just
fighting?
like, he was serious.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But there's you can go still, I think. There's like the Cabbage Patch headquarters where you can go and see the babies being born. And I guess like they're born out of cabbages, like an actual cabbage. So they have like a little like mock.
What are you even talking about?
That's why they're cabbage. They're from the Cabbage Patch, like in a farm.
Maybe that's why they look so weird.
Yeah. So they are birthed from a little cabbage. So they have all of these like dolls in like a cabbage, and then they birth them at the center, like where you go watch them, and on their butts. Remember, it had the guy's signature, Xavier. Yeah,
with a little. Was it like a little heart,
something like that?
Or something like a hard.
I don't remember being hard, but
it wasn't the same thing. That was. It wasn't like the same material that was their face. I don't know.
I don't remember, but anyway, Cabbage Patch Kids.
Another pop culture moment. Wendy's. Where's the beef?
Do you remember that commercial?
No.
Where's the beef?
I think you've talked to me about this before.
Yeah. It was a classic.
I don't know it. I don't know.
Well, and it's these little old women get a hamburger and they're like asking where's the beef, and it was like trying to say that Wendy's has more beef than other burgers, except people read it the wrong way, like took it the wrong way. So I think it ended up being a flop, as what I can remember is that like it actually drove down sales because people thought there was less meat in their burgers, but it became a classic because the little old lady's like screaming where's the beef into the phone. I don't know.
I just want to say that at this time, I think I was living in Haiti.
Okay.
When I was this age, and we didn't have a TV or anything like that. Just so you know. Movies, Romancing the Stone. I know I watched this. I know I thought it was a good movie. I didn't watch it when I was 4, but later in life.
Absolutely. I just remember the girl I think was an author, and she had to travel to a jungle area for some reason, maybe to help a boyfriend or something. And like Michael Douglas helps her. I just remember like they're in the jungle. She's wearing pumps and had like suitcases, and he like took
so out of place.
And they were like 80s pumps, And so he like takes it off, and she thinks he's being like nice or something, and he like cuts the heel off with his machete.
Oh, that's so funny.
I'm just having
I need to watch this.
I need to watch it again because I'm just having like memories of like a man with like a white suit and maybe a alligator or a snake that swallows some gems. I don't know. They're like he's trying to find like a diamond or an emerald or something. I can't remember.
I think I mixed this up with the Indiana Jones movies. Maybe in my mind
they feel similar, honestly. But I mean, there's fedoras in both.
Okay, TV shows. Who's the boss?
Do you remember this one with Tony Danza?
Kind of. I don't remember watching it. I know my husband watched this show, but I didn't.
So it was like a single dad and his daughter, who was Alyssa Milano.
Yeah.
And they move in
my
with
husband had a huge crush on her.
She was like an it girl in the 80s. And she was very cool. And then he and his daughter move into this rich woman's house with the mom, Mona, who was like the redheaded grandma. I think the girl's name's Angela, and then their younger son. And they just live together, and he takes care of business, and then eventually like they fall in love, and I think they get married. But yeah, I remember watching it with my family, but it wasn't
Okay, another song. This one's by Van Halen. Jump. Definitely know that one.
So good.
It is so good.
Yeah,
Van Halen was great.
Yeah, I know. As I was writing this down, I'm like, I need to put that on a playlist because that's like a good like workout song. It's a good just get amped song.
Absolutely. I want to listen to it right now. Another TV show, Muppet Babies. Okay, Muppets were clearly big in the 80s.
So you didn't have TV, but Muppet Babies was my show. And it was about these Muppets, it was like the Muppet characters as babies. It looks like
they're cartoons.
There is a cartoon, and there was a lady called Nanny, and she had these striped socks and like a purple skirt, and she'd come in and talk to them. But they were kind of left to their own devices. But the whole thing was like they would use their imaginations, and then they would get into all these situations where it cut between like being a cartoon, and then they'd be in like a movie, but as cartoon characters, but it'd be like real like a real people in the background or something like that. It was really interesting. And I loved it so much. And in sometime in the 80s, McDonald's came out with the Muppet Babies figurines in the Happy Meal boxes. And I was so obsessed. And they used to have one that was like for kids under 3 and for kids over 3. And so they like the ones for the kids under 3 were all like one piece, but the ones that were over 3, they came with special stuff. So like I think Kermit had a skateboard and Miss Piggy had a car and Fonzie had a riding horse and Gonzo had something else. I think he had a car too. Anyway, I was obsessed with these. So my mom and my dad kept having to go to McDonald's and buy Happy Meals and Happy Meals
to try to get you the collection,
to get the whole set. And it took quite a bit of time. But I actually have in my possession, I still have them, which I need to find them now because then I'm like, where are my freaking toys, Mom? Like I know for a fact I did not throw those out. But I also was so in love with them. I did a photo shoot with them. With real camera and real film.
Yeah.
So I have all these pictures of them lined up on our piano and me holding them, of like me forcing my mom to do a photo shoot of my toys because I was so obsessed with these. Like I loved them.
I want to see those pictures.
Yeah, I have them, of course.
Oh my goodness. Another heartthrob, 1984, Matt Dillon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see it.
I watched him in a movie. It was from the 70s called Little Darlings. I think he was in. It was about like a summer camp movie, like coming of age for girls, which inappropriately I watched that. Like that was a show for like high school girls and up. I watched that when I was a child. But I think he was in it and there was like a love connection. And anyway, I thought he was very cool. He's a bad boy.
Was he in Stand By Me?
I don't think so.
I
can't remember, but he was around. I think he was in. I think he was in the one. What was Pony Boy? What was that one?
I don't know.
Oh my
Stand
gosh.
By Me.
No,
Lean
no.
on Me.
No. It's the one with the Outsiders.
Oh,
I think he's in the Outsiders.
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Another song, Karma Chameleon by Culture Club.
Oh my gosh.
Boy
George was so cool.
I feel like this song is still.
It's still good. I feel like it plays on classic radio now, but it's good.
Like any of these. Okay. CBS School Break Special. What was that?
These were after school special movies that would play after school. So you'd get home from school and there'd be a movie on that would teach like a valuable lesson or whatever. But most of them were traumatic. Like it went on for years. And I remember seeing ones about like, like eating disorders or like abuse or like making poor choices, like all these things. And like just watching them and being like, I don't know if this was helpful or not. I don't know if this was helpful, but I have a fond memory of like seeing them when I was like in middle school and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. So that must have been when they came out.
They started in the 80s. They started in 84 and then they lasted for years. Yeah.
Ghostbusters movie. Mm-hmm. Who are you going to call?
Slimer. Terrifying. Yeah. But I love the song.
I do too. Yeah. I can hear it right now in my head.
Yes.
Another heartthrob. Oh, this one was mine. Mm-hmm. Ralph. Well, except I don't know how to say his last name. Macchio?
Sure.
Machio.
Yeah. Karate Kid, baby, which also came out in 84.
Oh my gosh.
Which is so good.
I remember, did I tell you this? That we had a magazine at one time. I think I was probably 7 or 8. There was a magazine in my home that had his picture on the front of it, and I kissed it.
That is adorable and not surprised.
Oh, I had a huge crush on him. Double Trouble, the TV show Double Trouble.
So I saw this on the list.
This looks good. I don't think I've watched it.
I watched it. I don't remember much about it other than there was twin sisters, and I feel like they just got into mischief. But I have fond memories of it. So now I want to go look at it on YouTube and see if I can see any old episodes. But it made me happy when I saw the picture of it. So I was like, okay, I remember watching this, but I have no idea what it's about other than, and they would have been in high school, I think. So of course, any show when you're little and they're in high school, it's like immediately cool.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Toys, Trivial Pursuit. So that must have come out in 1984.
Did you ever play it?
Worst game ever.
Really?
Hate it.
Oh my gosh.
You probably love it.
Love it. I used to really love it. I had all the versions, like the 90s versions, the 80s versions.
So I think I only played it once in my life because I was like, this is not fun.
I played it so much that my family stopped playing it with me and they would only play with me on like my birthday. And same with my friends because I just love playing trivia games. And yeah, I mean, I still love trivia. Like we do trivia sometimes.
Yes, we actually need to get one. That is fun.
Yeah.
Playing this board game,
it's intense.
Not so fun because I'm just like, no.
Well, and
Why would I know that? How would I remember such a
It's hard too, because in order to win,
trivial thing,
you have to like get different pieces from different types of trivia. So if you're not great at sports or history or one of those things, it can be really hard to get your pie pieces filled.
I think that's why I hate it, because I'm like not good at it and I have a terrible memory, I think. And so I'm just like, no, those things fly out of my head. Not a game for me. I want to play bananagrams, guys.
That's right.
Oh my gosh. Movies, Gremlins. We watched this with our kids somewhat recently. It's ridiculous.
It's so good though. Do you remember the rules, the gremlin rules of what?
Can't get wet.
Can't get wet and can't feed them after midnight.
Oh, yes.
I think that was it. I can't remember if there's another one.
Oh my gosh.
But I just remember the first time watching it when when Gizmo had like already gotten wet and like gotten more gizmos. And then I think one of them was Spike, maybe. I can't remember between number 1 and because I like number 2. The movie number 2 is hysterical because it's so ridiculous. Gremlins 2. But I just remember like there's a point where one of the gremlins actually turns into a gremlin and then he gets wet and he starts boiling the back boils, where they like pop out. And it was just like, that's terrifying. Oh, I need to watch that again. I'm going to watch that again.
Okay. TV shows, Kids Incorporated.
Listen, this show had a chokehold on me. The year was probably 1984 when I first saw it. And I was at my grandparents' house and I was watching TV on a Saturday morning. I'm having a vivid, visceral memory right now. And I was watching it on their old school TV with antenna, like the metal antennas that go up and push button, channel control. And the opening scene was like these kids that were in construction gear working on something. And then it opens up with this song. And basically it's a TV show where these kids work at a kid nightclub and they just do like covers of popular songs in matching coordinated outfits.
Sounds like a dream come true.
I'm going to find it. I have video of me and my brother singing the theme song to this. I was so obsessed with it. It's crazy. But there was lots of like famous people that came out of this, like Stacey Ferguson from, oh my gosh, what is the Fergalicious came out of
Black
this.
Eyed Peas?
Yeah, Fergie came out of this. She had a girl group with one of the girls, Renee, from this. There was a song called Toy Soldiers in the 80s by Marquita. She was one of the singers. And then Jennifer Love Hewitt was on later episodes. So it was like a big thing.
Yeah.
But I loved this. There's actually a TikTok channel that's all dedicated and they will post like the songs. It's so corny and hokey, but I'm like, this was my jam as a kid. It was so fun.
I love that. Another movie, A Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't know if I ever actually watched this because
Do you know who the villain is?
Is it Freddy Krueger?
Yeah, it's Freddy Krueger. And I think in this one, Johnny Depp's in this one. But yeah, it's super scary. I watched it actually last year during October. I was doing my Scary Fest. And so I was watching scary movies, but I only watched.
Was it still scary?
Not really. I mean, there were some moments of like, I got a little bit scared, but I think it was more muscle memory than anything else because I had seen it as a kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun still.
Okay. What's Love Got to Do with It by Tina Turner?
So good.
So good.
I sang this song like I knew something when I was younger. You know what I mean?
Yes, you're like 8 years old.
And you're just like,
yeah, can't sing it.
But you know what I mean? Like you're just so impassioned and you're like you're feeling it in your bones. And it's like, okay.
You're a child and you have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah.
It was so fun though.
Another movie, Red Dawn.
Okay.
This has got some serious like actors in it.
Yes, because it has
who made many movies.
Yes, Leah Thompson,
Patrick Swayze.
Yes,
Jennifer Grey.
Yes,
Charlie Sheen.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen it?
I don't think so.
So the premise is, I think it's Midwest, but I can't remember. But basically, I think at the time, like the enemies were Russia and somebody else, and they invade the United States. And they like hit all of these small towns. And so there's this huge invasion. And so like they round up all the townspeople. And some of the kids I think are either out camping or they just don't get round up. And so they're trying to they become like rebel forces in their small town America. And they're like fighting against. And so they do this whole like almost their own militia thing. It's so good, but it's actually Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey are working together on this. And this is pre-Dirty Dancing. And they did not get along, I guess. And so then when they got on set for like Dirty Dancing, like they had to like work it out and then it became fine. I think that's the lore. But anyway, Red Dawn is such a good movie. It's totally hokey and wonderful. And I love it. They remade it a few years ago, but of course it wasn't as good. Yeah.
Another toy is NES Punch Out. Is this for Nintendo?
Punch Out, yeah. Did you ever play that?
I don't think
it was like a boxing game. I think it might have even been Mike Tyson's Punch Out. I can't remember, but you like were this little character named Joe and you would like you'd hit your buttons to like do combos and like, you know,
Yeah.
beat on people. It was really hard.
This makes me think of, do you remember those little single hand puppets that had two
Yes.
little levers inside?
The
And you'd
rock'em
like,
sock'em, weren't
yeah,
they?
you'd like push them and it would make their little boxing glove go out.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
That's what it makes me think of.
That's what it felt like, yeah. And honestly, I never could beat level like 3. It was really hard, so.
That's funny. Oh my gosh, 1984, The Neverending Story came out, the movie. Okay, that one I know.
That was really good.
It is.
It was scarring though for our generation. I think people bring that up a lot about how, you know, Atreyu and the horse.
Yes.
Very scarring. And it's a very scary movie. Like watching it as like an adult and be like, this was actually pretty terrifying. Like the rock eaters and there's a lot of scary stuff in there.
Yeah, there was.
But it was really good.
It really was, yes.
Falcor. Mm-hmm.
More toys. Rainbow Bright. Oh my gosh, I loved Rainbow Bright.
Yeah. So cute.
I don't even remember anything other than just her rainbow
outfit. Yeah.
Yes.
I remember her dress was so cute, but that's all I really can remember about Rainbow Bright.
Okay. Oh my gosh. You're going to talk about this one for sure. TV shows, Punky Brewster.
Yeah. It's that I was Punky Brewster. I was her for Halloween one year. I'll post a picture. I was freaking adorable. But Punky Power was the way I lived life.
I remember you talking about how it was traumatic for you too.
Oh, yeah. They had lots of traumatic episodes. Because back in the 80s, here's the thing. I think Bluey does this. I haven't seen much of Bluey, but I've heard. But like back in the 80s, the shows always had a message and would teach you something, either a moral, a value, a safety thing. So there's an episode where Cherry gets locked in a fridge, which used to be a big issue because kids would hide in an old freezer and freaking, die.
Yeah.
There was one where she got offered drugs. And when I say offered drugs, Punky was offered every drug possible by this older, cool clique gang. And the girl opens the box. I'm not joking, Jayme. There's 37 different types of pill. There's like crack cocaine, heroin, like all the, I don't think those were the drugs back then, but it just cracked me up because I'm like, yeah, I thought that's what was going to happen as like an 8-year-old. At any given time, somebody's going to offer me all the drugs. No, but there's always a message, it was so good. I mean, she was like an orphan that got left behind by her mom. It's a traumatic story, but it's it was so good.
Yeah.
Anyway, obsessed.
What a year.
It was great. I mean,
a lot of great things that year.
I'm very happy to have been an 80s kid.
Same.
They're just like this. And honestly, this didn't even scratch the surface. Like 1984 for movies and music was kind of next level.
Isn't there a book called 1984?
There is a book called 1984 that is quite relevant nowadays. So yeah, but there's a book called 1984 and it's about like the suppression of like, free will and speech and stuff like that and things. So anyway,
was it a prophetic book?
And oh my gosh, it's a very different vibe than like the 80s that we just experienced.
Right.
And I think that book was written in the 60s actually. But actually there's a famous advertisement from Apple that was, I think it premiered at the Super Bowl in 1984 based on the book 1984, where it's this kind of like dystopian society and somebody comes in and swings like a giant axe or something at the screen and breaks it. And it's like bringing on a new era. And it was all about the new Apple computer that came out, which there we go. And I just want to say for a fact, please don't quote me on any of this. This is all from my childhood and adult memory, which is flawed. So.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah. Anyway, 1984, baby.
Hey, if you're enjoying this podcast and would like to support our show, you can share episodes with your friends and family, follow us on Instagram at the Geriatric Millennials, or leave us a positive review and rating, all which help us to grow. Our theme music was created by the Finley Ghost, so check out their latest album now. Thank you so much.